Hey guys, I'm super excited to be joining you tonight. I've missed you guys a ton. I'm sure you guys have heard that I had the Rona, and I did, that was true, but I am much better now, doing fine, and I'm missing you guys. So I wanted to leave you a quick word of encouragement here tonight since I cannot be with you. But I am letting you know I am kicking it old school. My computer died, so we are, old school tonight. So bear with me as I dig through these notes. So I wanted to tell you a little story first because I know how much you guys love my stories. So Riker was probably about 10 years old, and I'm sitting at a soccer game. And this lady in the stands, the other side stands, she was yelling at one of our players, and it wasn't Riker, but it was another player, and I did not like it. And so she was yelling at him, and I stood up and I was like, "Hey lady, don't yell at our kids." And I was really mad, and I acted really kind of crazy. And then I sat back down and I was really irritated, and I looked beside me, and I had just started kids ministry, not too much, maybe a year before that. And I looked beside me, and I had one of my kids from Kids Life, mom on the left side, and one on the right side. And I was like, man, I am so embarrassed. I cannot believe I acted like that. And sometimes we do that, right? We act inappropriately in public, and it's so embarrassing. And then we think, oh my goodness, what in the world did I do? And actually, what I did was not right, but I did go to the other stands and apologize. I had to humble myself, and it was very embarrassing, and it was just a whole bad deal. But sometimes we do things like that are inappropriate. And sometimes we have actions in our lives just like that are inappropriate for people who know Jesus, right? Like, people who know Jesus shouldn't act like that. But one of the things that we have is fear. And it's really hard for us not to have fear. There's so many things that we're fearful of, but I don't know, why is it so hard for us not to be fearful? So one of the scriptures that I want to read to you today is in Isaiah, and it is Isaiah 41:10, and it says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And then down in verse 13, it says, "For I, the Lord your God, will hold your hand, saying to you, fear not, I will help you." God said, don't fear. You don't have anything to be afraid of. So a life dominated by fear, and a life where we're scared of everything and fearful of what's going to happen next, that doesn't make sense for us if we're a Christian. We're called to live in hope in the confidence of God. So if we're constantly being afraid, that makes no sense, right? Jesus encourages us to have childlike faith. And when Jesus, so some people came up and they asked Jesus, they said, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" And you know what Jesus said? He said, "Whoever humbles himself like a little child is the greatest." And what does that mean? What does that have to do with fear? Well, children are innocent, right? And they don't have a lot of fear. So you guys probably all know Abe, my little great nephew. He's adorable. And so he was with me yesterday, and I had the top down on my convertible, and I go to put it up, and he sticks his arm out the window, right? Like, he sticks his arm where it's going to fold over. And I said, "Abe, don't do that." And he was like, "Why not?" He just thought it was cool. You know, he wanted to stick his arm out there where the thing was moving, and he just thought that was really neat. I'm like, "Abe, you can't do that." And he just didn't understand. Like, he didn't know why he couldn't do that, because he didn't have that fear, like he didn't know. But here's the thing, children are also wise enough to know when they have to depend on somebody stronger than them, somebody who knows a little bit more than they do. And so when I said to him, he said, "Why can't I do that?" And I said, "Because that will smash your arm. You'll be hurt." So then he listened. He knew that he had to depend on somebody stronger than him to tell him what to do. And so I just wanted to encourage you during this time of uncertainty. I know there's so many crazy things right now that are just kind of coming at us all directions, right? And there's all these memes about 2020 and how 2020 is like the worst year. And I don't agree with that. I don't think 2020 is the worst year. I think 2020 has taught us a lot about ourselves and a lot about our faith and a lot about who we depend on. I know me personally, it's taught me a lot about, do I depend on myself or am I depending on God to get me through this? Am I looking for that stronger person to get my wisdom from, just like that child? And so I just wanted to encourage you during this time. I know it's easy to get fearful. We don't know what's going on. We hear all these crazy things on the news. There's, people upset about things that other people say. There's people rioting. There's all this this pandemic and all these things, and we don't really know and we don't really understand, but we're fearful. And I just wanted to encourage you that during this time of uncertainty, we have to depend on somebody stronger than us. We have to depend on somebody wiser than us. We have to depend on somebody that we can go to and say, "I don't know what's going on, but you do." And so I just wanted to encourage you, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what will happen, but we do know that we have a God who knows and who is completely in control. And he's told us not to have fear. And so I just wanted to encourage you today and just let you know that God said, don't fear. Don't fear. He's going to hold your hand. He said he will hold your right hand, that you don't have to fear, that you don't have to worry. And so I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you this evening and just give you some encouragement. If you guys need anything at all, if you need prayer for anything, if you just want to say, hey, if you have any questions about the whole virus and all that, I know I've had tons and tons of questions. If you have anything that you just want to reach out to me and speak to me, I would love, love, love to hear from you guys. So you can email me at Stacey@ROLCC.church, or you can call me, text me, snap me, DM me, whatever you want to do. I love you guys. I miss you, and I hope to see you soon.
Hey guys, if you're still connected with us, thank you for joining the crew tonight, and thank you, Pastor Stacey, for that awesome word. Consider who you are counting as your source and your dependency here, even in 2020. Listen, it's all in God's hands, and I just wanted to jump on here for just a second to tell you, if you didn't catch it in our service just a moment ago, we are planning on being back in the building on September the 20th, but until then, all services will be online. That means a week from this Wednesday, we'll be back here online. So please stay connected with us, and as Pastor Stacey said, if you need anything, let us know. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and we will see you next time. God bless.